Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome to the border wall debate. We have MJ and Patty. So it's really just gonna be you guys. I'm not gonna be doing some intensive modding, right? So I know MJ, you wanted to go first, and then with your opening statement, and then Patty could follow up, and then you guys could go from there.
I didn't prepare an opening statement, but I did prepare something off the top of my head. The proposition of a border wall is a proposition that is forged in the crucible of ignorance, the crucible of failure, and the crucible of not giving a single fuck about the average American lives. It is the biggest single $100 billion fuck you that we can give to the American people in a time of trouble, in a time where the average American can't feed his family, in a time where somebody said there's a spider on my wall. In a time when the average American can't have enough money to put on the table, Patty over here and the vast majority of his Trump cultists agree on a border wall that costs $100 billion that A, doesn't solve the issues it's supposed to solve, B, doesn't actually tends to harm us more than help us, and C, is the biggest ever spending mistake since the inception of America as a whole. Because of these reasons and many more, there's no reason for us to support the border wall.
Well, the border wall is a little bit expensive, right? I'll give you that. But they've had money put away for this since the 80s, since Reagan was president. Not exactly the wall, but for border security, right?
How much money?
How much money? I'm not sure, but I know they were putting money away since the 80s.
Is it $100 billion?
No, like I said before, I don't think I'm in full agreement with $100 billion spending on the wall. That's a lot of fucking money.
That's
right?
the minimum.
That's the minimum?
That is the
I thought
minimum.
I thought that was what it was going to be average. I must have misread or misinterpreted.
That is the absolute minimum that it would cost. Because first of all, let's talk about how I get to the $100 billion number, right?
Yeah.
The wall along the border with Mexico is likely to cost $100 billion minimum to construct, and this is why. So
Makes
the
sense.
Office of Management and Budget recently sent a letter to Congress where it argued that $5.7 billion would pay for 234 miles. That comes out to a cost of $24.4 million per mile. Then the DHS went further and estimated a few years ago that it would cost about $25 billion to build the wall fully, right? This is only construction. This isn't renovation, restoration, and actual border security for the wall. Because when you build a wall, you need to hire security, you need to hire judges, etc. You need to hire a bunch of stuff for the wall. At $5 billion is the minimum, but the government's inefficient. So governments inherently, especially when we talk about projects that are $1 billion or more, we have what is called overrun costs, right? So Chris Edwards from the Cato Institute shows that cost overruns boost total project cost by an average of fourfold. That meaning the original $25 billion price tag given by the DOJ is likely to be more than $100 billion to wreck the structure. For example, we built the Hanford nuclear waste site in 2000 rather. It cost us $4.3 billion as the estimate. By the end of construction, it cost us $13.4 billion. Our super collider that was built in 1987 cost us $4.4 billion estimate, $11.8 billion in 1993. NNCA Savannah River cost us $1 billion in 2002, $7.8 billion in 2014. What this shows is that government's inefficient. So the $25 billion number is multiplied by 4 times. So at minimum, $100 billion for that wall.
Yeah, well, is it worth the money? That's what you have to ask yourself. It's expensive, yes, but is it worth it? Who's that?
Okay, so does it work is the question.
Does it work? Yes. For drugs coming over the border, we have 90% of heroin coming over the border. Like 2,300 fucking pounds of cocaine comes from the southern border, which is enough cocaine to kill every citizen in the U.S. by overdose.
Okay,
that's a lot of drugs.
So
I personally think it would be worth just the money, put the wall up, secure the border, drugs,
But the issue is that the current where drugs come from. Oh, Eric's our new moderator. So where drugs come from right now, currently in the status quo, right? they come through what's called legal points of entries. It doesn't stop the drug trade because drugs happen through 3 ways. The first is the tunnel method. Drug smugglers have been using tunnels to get drugs into the U.S. ever since Mexico. Mexico's most famous drug trafficker, El Chapo of the Sinaloa cartel, pioneered the method in 1989. The sophistication of these tunnels have only grown over time. In April 2016, U.S. law enforcement equipped with ventilation vents, rails, and electricity found the longest such tunnel to be found so far, one of 13 of great length and technological expertise discovered since discovering a drug tunnel that ran more than half a mile from Tijuana to San Diego in 2006. Altogether, between 1990 and 2016, 224 tunnels have been unearthed at the U.S.-Mexico border. Tunnels is an easy workaround around that wall because regardless of how you build it, they'll build a tunnel underneath it. It's as simple as that. Also, new methods. Other smuggling methods increasingly include the use of drones, catapults, drainage systems between border towns that have wide tunnels or tubes that people can crawl through. And even if the land border were to become much more secure, that would only intensify the trend towards smuggling goods as well as people via boats that sail far to the north, where they land on the California coast. The third and most important point is legal points of entry. Another thing to consider is that a barrier in the form of a wall is increasingly irrelevant to the drug trade, as it is now practiced because most of the drugs smuggled into the U.S. from Mexico no longer arrive on the backs of those who cross illegally. Instead, according to the U.S. DEA, most of the smuggled marijuana, as well as cocaine, heroin, methamphetamines, have come through the 52 legal points of entries on the border. These ports have to process literally millions of people, cars, trucks, and trains every week. Traffickers hide their illicit cargo in secret, state-of-the-art compartments designed for cars or under legal goods in trailer trucks. And they have learned many techniques for fooling the Border Patrol. For example, Mike, he's a grizzled U.S. border official in El Paso in 2013, was quoted as saying, "The narcos sometimes tip us off, letting us find a car full of drugs while they send 6 cars elsewhere. Such write-offs are part of their business expenses. Other times, the tip-offs are false. We search cars and cars, snarl up the traffic for hours, and find nothing." So this idea that the wall is to help us with drug trafficking isn't real. What actually helps for drug trafficking is really simple. It's one thing and one thing only: delegalization of drugs. When you remove the cost incentive for people to actually spend money on drugs, when you remove the cost incentive for cartels to smuggle those billions of dollars of drugs over the border, that's how you stop the issue. Now let's actually focus on actual solutions, not some made-up figment on our imagination.
All right. Well, the drugs and the tunnels and the cartels, you just explained that whole thing. I'm not sure about this, so I'm asking you. Does MS-13 come from the tunnels? Do they go through the tunnels too?
MS-13 is one of multiple one of multiple gangs that smuggles. Actually, MS-13 is one of the gangs that smuggles the least into the U.S. From Mexico into the U.S. MS-13 has a broad presence in actual Northern America rather than Southern America, which is surprising to say the least. They actually their biggest presences, if I'm not mistaken, are New York, what else? New York, Pennsylvania, etc., the northern states.
Yeah.
What the real issue is in MS-13, it's actually the Sinaloa cartel, which is the El Chapo cartel.
Okay. Well, MS-13, they're smuggling guns in too.
Sure.
Under the border with the tunnels, right?
Sure. How does stop that?
But the southern border is the main entry point for cocaine entering the United States.
Through 3 different ways: legal points of entry, new methods, and drug tunnels. A border wall stops none of those.
Border wall stops none of that. All right. Like I said before we started this, once I started looking into the research with this wall, I was questioning myself whether it was worth it or not. I was researching everything else: universal health care, abortion, of course. My standpoints held firm on that. But the wall, I was kind of, farther left on this than I would have ever thought. Right? I was looking up research. Listen to me. I was researching where most illegals come from, and it's overstayed visas, which I had no clue about.
Doesn't matter. Even illegal immigrants that come in that aren't on overstayed visas is still a very good thing. Like, regardless, illegal immigration in general, regardless of whether or not it's illegal or legal, is still an incredibly great thing. What do you mean? Like the idea that, it's illegal immigrants. Oh no, what's wrong with illegal immigrants? Could you give me something?
Well, illegal immigrants get paid under the table, right? by employers. So they won't be generating tax revenue into the
Yes, they will.
economy.
ITIN numbers, individual taxation identification numbers. These are new numbers that the IRS set up so that people who aren't immigrants, who aren't here legally, can still pay taxes. Actually, in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, again, I read this source like a couple of days ago, it cost us about $23.5 billion. We received about $23.5 billion in revenue from ITIN numbers in 2015 from about 4.4 million immigrants. And I mean, that number changes every time. 4.4 illegal immigrants. Currently, right now, we have about 10 million illegal immigrants. Now, where does that money go? We need to talk about where this money could better go. Do you know how many immigration courts we have in the United States currently? 50. Do you know how many immigration judges we have?
How many?
200. Do you know how big the course backlog in the U.S. is right now?
Nope.
800,000. That means the average immigrant, right, who's applying for U.S. citizenship is either A, going to have a speedy trial, a 7-minute trial is what we're talking about. Like, boom, come in, come out, unfair levels of trial. And we can't call ourselves the quote unquote justice system when we allow immigrants 7 minutes for their cases to be heard. On top of that, and then the second point, they have to wait 5 to 10 years in order just to get in the courtroom in the first place. That $100 billion could be going to getting us more judges, more courts. 50 immigration courts. Do you understand what that means? That means there's one court for each state in the United States. That means some states don't have a court. Some states don't have a federal immigration court. Do you know what that means? That means for those people, they would have to go to a different state in order to hear their case. How is this a fair idea of America? How is this a right idea of America? How can we call ourselves the nation of freedom, the nation for all, and the nation for immigrants when we don't give them the right to do so?
All right. Well, the amount of taxes. Who's this? John? Is he also a mod?
Yes.
All right. Well, the amount of taxes paid by illegal immigrants is about $13 billion. Yet they strain $100 billion from taxpayers every single year. Yes, they pay
$23.5 billion, first of all. Second of all, yes, they do strain. But guess what they also do? When they spend money, right? When they spend money in the market, they create aggregate demand increases, right? Pretty much, it's this macroeconomic idea where when people spend money in a market, they create more jobs. Think of it like this. You have a small town of about 100 people, right? Let's say these 100 people, let's say you get 50 more people into the town, right? Those 50 more people are going to spend more money, are they not?
Yeah.
When they spend more money, do there not need to be more jobs, more consumption, more people producing? For example, if there was 2 grocery stores in this town, right, and 50 more people came in, I'm pretty sure that you need a 3rd grocery store or a 4th grocery store, creating more jobs, more tax revenue, and more economic growth for the United States as a whole.
Well, do you believe in granting like amnesty?
Oh, yes, 100%.
To everyone?
Yes.
Well, don't you think that if we granted amnesty to everybody, that employers would drop their wages, right? Because of this surplus of citizens. So they would drop
labor force. Well, first of all, the effects on labor force, right, is already happening regardless of whether or not they're citizens. You said so yourself, they're still getting paid regardless. So it doesn't really matter about wage decreases. Second of all, again, as I said before, while there is an increase in the labor force, there's also an increase in the demand for labor. So actually, you don't see a decrease in price because why would you need to see a decrease in price? It literally makes no sense. Think about it like this, bro. You have a graph, right? A typical aggregate demand, aggregate supply graph, but specifically we want to look at labor. The demand, the labor of suppliers. We'll go back to this 100 town thing, right? 100 people town. So this 100 people town, this town of 100 people, right? Let's say 50 more people come into this town. Guess what happens after that? Those 50 more people, right? Even though they might drop the wage up, and now there's 150 people in the labor force, what happens is because they are there, they create more jobs, offsetting any sort of price change, causing actually either slightly negative, the same, or slightly positive price changes with regards to labor.
Okay. Well, so you're a fan, let's say, of these government projects that allow kids of illegal immigrants to go to school.
Yes.
So, let's see. That cost is like disproportionately
And?
burdened by local and state governments.
And why do I care?
Because it's really like unfair. Don't you think we should, split it up, make it federal and state?
First of all, these people are paying taxes. I mean, it is their right to do so, first of all. Second of all, a more educated workforce, regardless of whether or not they're from Mexico, China, Nicaragua, I don't give a shit. A more educated workforce in the US means higher wage earners in the long term. When I have a person that has gone through at least high school education, he's definitely going to earn more than the person who's never gone through education at all. And this idea that, it's burdensome. Of course it's burdensome. Education and cost of education will always be burdensome. But is the payoff in the end worth it? Of course it is. 110% it is.
All right. Women, I saw this statistic. I didn't write it down. It was from whitehouse.org, I believe. And it says women coming to or from the southern border, 30% of them get assaulted or something on the way. Wouldn't a wall fix that? They have to go through legal points of entry.
First of all, I think you mean whitehouse.gov.
Yes, whitehouse.gov.
Second of all, I need to see that statistic. So if you could link it to me right now.
Even
if there's a 30%, even if there's a 30% decrease, right, between the border wall, is it worth the massive cost towards the average American, the massive cost towards the tax hikes that would be necessary for Americans?
Real question, Patty, are you gonna refute the I guess MJ's contentions against his refutations against your contentions? Or are you just listing off your contentions that you feel, and then you can come back to it later? What do you feel like?
I told MJ before this that I meant to tell MJ, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I did, that he has the full ability of convincing me that we don't need a wall. Because, like I said earlier, abortion, I did my research, my stance stood firm. Same with free healthcare, stood firm. But the wall, when I started to look into it, it didn't make much sense to me as my stance did before.
You're going to move to free healthcare then?
No. I mean,
you want to move on to healthcare?
No, like dead ass. I support what's called the Bismarck model of healthcare in Germany, right? What it is it's a public option system with a public insurance system.
All right. So do you want to keep going with your contentions, or are you going to just drop the wall and we're going to go to health? We're going to, as the famous Alex Debates said, we're going to move on to healthcare.
Oh, I wish I had Alex Debates in here. He's good on healthcare.
Since you're so firm, I haven't done any research into healthcare, but I'm willing to just move on to that.
How about
I feel like I've sufficiently convinced you on this.
Well, I'll have to do a bit more research, maybe. You've definitely helped your case a lot.
All right,
I'm still with Trump. With Trump.
Okay, I feel like this is an hour, right? We have an hour. We're 17 minutes in. I've moved you on the wall. How much you want to bet in an hour or two? How much you want to bet in an hour or two? I can move you towards Biden.
Oh no!
Come on.
All right.
How about we have a discussion, not a debate?
Debate.
You know what?
MJ.
I'll accept the discussion, but if I convince you to go Biden.
That
MJ. Is this debate just going to be? Is this a Biden pilling session?
It's Biden pilling now.
All right. I pray with
it. If you Biden pill me, you're Jesus. That's it. I don't know. Because that would be a miracle.
Well, yeah, I'm Jesus. Let's do this. Okay, so what do you not like about Joe Biden?
I don't like raising $4 trillion on taxes. Even if it is just on the rich, that would be just as bad, right?
For what now?
His plan is to raise $4 trillion in taxes.
Bro, we spend total consumption in the United States. Total consumption in the United States is $23 trillion, of which the vast majority of which is untaxable. And on top of that, to raise $4 trillion in taxes, that would mean, what is that? 4 out of 23? That's like That's a 17% tax increase on total consumption. That is literally impossible.
That's his plan. I saw that somewhere. I'm not sure. Wait. How much does... I don't know if it was over.
Don't think he will.
I don't know if that... I think that might have been over 10 years.
Well, he has 8 years in office, so...
Yeah, I know.
He's lowering taxes.
Biden is lowering
the
taxes.
federal estate tax exemption. The federal estate tax exemption to be lowered from 11.58 million back to pre-tax reforms around 5 million. Unlike some of his opponents in Democratic primaries, Biden has not pushed for a wealth tax, but that doesn't mean he's opposed to taxing the wealthy more heavily. For instance, to help close the income gap, he wants to raise the highest personal income tax rate back up to 39.6%. It was lowered to 37% after Trump's abysmal Tax Cuts and Jobs Act law, right? So he'd literally be increasing it from 37 to 39. That's a 2.6% increase. I don't know what you mean. And for a middle America and like poor America, he's actually decreasing their taxes.
Increasing taxes at all, right? I really don't.
2% increase on the rich.
The rich, trickle down economics, right?
You don't actually unironically believe in trickle down economics.
Well, hear me out. So when you tax the rich, they unemploy people because they have less money, therefore unable to afford as many employers or as many employees.
Even if that was true, first of all, it's the 2% tax rate. They're not going to die over it. They're not going to lose employment. Second of all, where do you think the money goes to? It goes to the government. Part of GDP is calculated as consumer spending, government spending, investment spending, exports, right? Government spending is part of GDP. So those jobs will grow back when the government spends money into the economy like they always do.
Okay.
So those jobs still come back regardless.
All right. I just lost my train of thought. I was going to ask you a question.
What else do you not like about Biden?
Oh, the question. How do you explain Trump's massive economic growth over the past 4 years?
First of all, Trump does have the presidents in general have almost no effect on economic growth. Forbes actually listed presidents as the 7th most effective facet of economic growth. There's 4 ways that a president can affect economic growth, however. The first, appointing Federal Reserve chairmen, right? Appointing members to the Federal Reserve. The current Federal Reserve chairman is Jeremy Powell or Joseph Powell, some J Powell name. He was appointed by Obama, so Trump didn't do that. The second is tax cuts or a tax reform of some sorts. Trump did do that. It was abysmal. I'll get into why it's such a fucking shit show, right? The third way that they can do that is deregulation, and even then, the data on deregulation doesn't show that there's actually positive or negative effects on it. It's really like the data there is really like skewed. There's data to corroborate both sides. As such, I want to throw that out of the discussion because we don't really know about that too much right now. The fourth and most important way right now is investment spending, right? Increasing spending into the economy through systems like this, right? For example, stimulus packages. That sort of spending system also didn't come because of Trump. It came because of House representatives in House Democrats voting for expenditure bills, which, by the way, Trump was forced to sign. So Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is one of the things. Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was an absolute abysmal failure. You're talking some of the worst written language I've ever seen in my life. So the first is that there was no mechanism to incentivize investing. Big businesses hate to invest unless required to. It's been well reported that since the financial crisis of 2008, corporate America fucking despises investing. With a few exceptions that never stopped investing, most of corporate America shifted from what's called market capitalism, which is investment capitalism, to finance capitalism, cost-cutting, consolidation, stock buybacks, etc., to accomplish their prime performance indicator, driving share price. That's why you see share prices increasing under Trump's economy. Because it's literally an artificial growth. It's a really fancy souffle. It's a souffle. It looks really good from the outside, but when you actually cut into it, it's really just nothing but a bunch of hot air. So when we actually go into like So when we actually go into it's been well reported, when we go into the proof of this, concurrent with a languishing economy, which is a GDP of less than 2% for 7 years, a sustained bull market pushed stocks to absolute crazy records. Finance capitalism is good for stocks, not for the economy, right? So what does this mean? Businesses don't invest tax cut money under Trump's act because there's no mechanism to force them to do so. Thus, all of the benefits that come through the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is literally impossible to achieve. All you see is a continuation of the trend of stock buybacks, payroll cuts, and etc., which artificially increase the cost of the stock price. Pretty much, the way that you get money from a tax cut is if you force businesses to spend. There's no force to make them spend.
Okay. That was a lot there, right?
Yeah. And that's 1 point out of my 4 on the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Oh, nice. You seem to have your shit down.
Yeah. I told you, I'm going to Biden pill you.
You're not going to buy. Okay. If you, I think Jesus, I think, is the only person who could Biden pill me.
Well, good thing I'm Jesus.
All right. So job growth. Can you explain to me why you don't think that was because of Trump?
Huh?
Job growth. Jobs. Can you explain to me why you don't think that was because of Trump?
Well, pretty clearly, that sign should be reading bullshit, because that's all that Trump has done. I've explained this already. The 4 things that Trump has done, that Trump could do, 3 of them he didn't even do. 1 of them, when he did, it was a failure, right? So unless you point me to something that Trump has actually done, what has he done?
Well, he's given tax cuts, like I said before.
I told you tax cuts don't matter. If you don't force them to invest, what's the point of tax cuts? Because businesses don't invest unless you force them to. The only good thing about investment is that you have to force them to spend said money. If they don't spend it, you see no economic growth. You see no formulation past the PPC curve. You see nothing like that.
So the way you want them to spend it is by taxing them more, correct? Or just...
No.
So you want them to invest in the stock market. That's what I'm getting.
Wait, one sec. Somebody in the comment section said Federal Reserve Chairman is Jerome Powell, nominated in 2016-17 and appointed in 2018 by Trump and Senate. He was appointed to the position of the top Federal Reserve Chairman. You're right, but he was on the Federal Reserve Board as a board of governors before under Obama in the 2016. That's when he got appointed to the governor board, and then he got appointed to the top position. What I'm saying is that he's there because of Obama, and as such, we shouldn't count that towards Trump. And the previous Federal Reserve Chairman was Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen is an incredible Federal Reserve Chairman, so who cares, right? Like, she was incredible. I don't know why.
You're responding to the people in the comments talking about the Federal Reserve. What is it, the chairman or whoever?
Yeah,
getting appointed. Yeah, there's a couple comments saying and Ben.
Yeah. I just responded to it just now.
Okay.
People like trust me. I know what I'm talking about. People. So Patty, let's go back to you, right? So again, if you don't force businesses to invest, there's no point in having those tax cuts. What I'm saying is that by increasing taxes, we can do 2 things. Either we can provide better accessibility of care towards our citizenry, right? Through be it like a UBI, be it universal health care, something like that, which, by the way, increases productivity, increases access, and increases government spending, increasing the amount of jobs created, right? Or here's the other thing. We can increase government spending, government stimulus, which also increases productivity. Either way, we can do it better than this tax cuts bullshit.
All right. So I've got your opinions on that. What do you think about Trump taking down Baghdadi and Soleimani? Do you support that?
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, of course I support it, but how does Trump have anything to do with that?
Well, he was putting people in, going to get them more than Obama did.
Patty. Are we moving on from economic policy completely to foreign policy, or what are we?
No, we're just having a discussion. I want to I want to see how he stands with all this stuff. So
okay,
I know, but do you have any contentions against?
I get it.
Okay.
Okay, so
can I pin your video?
I don't think
Like, is okay.
So first of all, let's talk about it like this, right?
Oh, I just
Does that
did.
work for you?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
So first of all, we need to talk about this pretty clearly, right? When we talk about Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, first of all, Soleimani was a big mistake. We shouldn't have ever went for Soleimani. That was a big mistake on our part, and we're lucky it didn't backfire in our face. When we talk about Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, right? Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is a big issue. You know why? Because with Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, while we did get him, I don't attribute that to Obama, to Trump in any ways. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the task force that was assigned to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was assigned before Trump with Obama's term. He just got lucky that they found him under his term and not his. I mean, if I were to say, like, if a dog were to die outside my house at my neighbor's house and I was the lucky guy who got to see it first, am I the one that killed the dog? Of course not. I just got very unlucky and got to see it first.
All right. So why do you think going after Soleimani was a mistake? Was it because he
could have risked war with a potential nuclear nation, and then its puppet state and its ally of Russia?
Okay.
I mean, unless you're in favor of nuclear war, which I don't think you are.
I think I don't think Iran would be stupid enough to go to war with us.
Oh, they almost did. Didn't they strike our base in Iraq?
Well, I think that was bluffs and stuff. I think that was just
you don't send a rocket to bluff. You can
intimidation tactic.
No. There's a lot of things that you can send. You can send a letter. You can send a diplomat. You can send sanctions. You can cut off economic ties. You can cut off so many things. But to bluff with a rocket aimed at a site, that's different. That's a whole different
thing. You would prefer that Soleimani was still alive?
No, I wouldn't prefer that Soleimani was still alive. I wouldn't prefer that we strike him in Iraq. First of all, Iraq is our ally. We technically bombed our ally. So the first thing, right? First thing, we technically bombed our ally. That's the first point. Second point,
technically.
Sorry.
Okay, wait. Listen.
Technicals. We bombed our allies. 100% we bombed our allies. Now, whether or not it's justified, that's a different story. But we bombed our allies. Actually, it got so bad, Iraq voted in their legislature to kick us out of Iraq. So that also somebody wait 1 sec. Somebody in the chat said, why is MJ overestimating Iran? No, I'm actually underestimating Iran. Iran has been developing a nuclear program for almost 20 to 30 years since the inception of what's his name? Fucking hell, what's his name? The current Iranian. What's his name? The Iranian. Sheikh Khomeini. Since the inception of Khomeini, right? So, like, there's a very good chance that they have nuclear weapons at the current day. We're talking, they have all the capabilities: hard nuclear water. They have soft nuclear water. They have soft generators, hard generators, etc. Not only that, they have close ties with both Russia and China because Russia and China are supplying them with arms weapons. Why would we want to try that? If we could barely beat the Taliban in Afghanistan, you really want to try Iran? They have one of the biggest militaries in the Middle East, by far.
Okay, MJ, can you just go back to what
Okay, yeah,
was saying?
Yeah. So why do you believe Trump is good on foreign policy? Since we moved on from economics, now let's go to foreign policy. Fully.
Okay, foreign policy. The tariffs, putting China in their place because we were in a one-sided fucking kill us deal, you could say. And the Iran deal too. We were just it was unfair.
Yeah. I love allowing people to have nuclear weapons. I love allowing dictators to have nuclear weapons. It's really great for us, yeah. Do you like nuclear weapons? Look, the only non-benefit that comes to us from Iran is all we do is we cut sanctions with them, which, by the way, increases economic trade, right? Free trade is good for both countries. When we send, like, for example, Iran's biggest issue right now is that they don't have enough airplane parts to fix their airplanes, right? When we send Boeing, which, by the way, is the biggest fully American-made company, to send airplane parts to Iran, we create a whole new market base for Boeing, creating more American jobs, more American people, etc.
It was a fucking bug.
MJ, aren't you Keynesian, and doesn't war stimulate the economy? If we look at it historically, the economy has always boomed after war. First of all, I don't believe that war is a good economy, is a good way to stimulate the economy. There's better ways to stimulate the economy. Second of all, even if that was the case, this isn't the type of war that would stimulate the economy. It would stimulate their economy, not ours.
All right.
So what else do you think Trump has done that's good? Oh, by the way, with regards to the China deal, China fucked us over. Any sort of ways, barriers to free trade, all it does is increase prices in the U.S. and decrease consumption. Do you remember back when I was talking about GDP, how part of GDP is exports and imports?
Mm-hmm.
We export a lot of stuff to China. Not necessarily stuff that gets counted in the trade deficit, but a lot of stuff. Actually, our main exports, services, doesn't get counted in the trade deficit number that Trump tries to taunt, right? And like Wi-Fi, 5G, etc. That's the stuff that we actually start implementing.
MJ, I have a question real quick. So just I'll be a little impartial here. For the Iran deal, like the specific, like Iran's influence over the region in the Middle East, do you feel like that's a possible con on that part, especially when the proxy war between Saudi Arabia, like we just had a whole live
This idea of sanctioning countries is absolutely asinine. All it does is harm us in the long term, harm us economically and harm us socially and geopolitically. Do you know, by the way, that before we sanctioned, I hate that. before we sanctioned Russia, like heavily because of Ukraine, did you know that Russia was actually willing to join NATO? That's what we want. We want to unsanction countries and get them on our side rather than try to be the big bully in the geopolitical recess. So what else do you think Trump has done geopolitically well?
Well, he's funded HBCUs again, which is always a good thing, right?
They've been funded under Obama. He just increased funding. Yes,
good
thing.
That's what I mean.
If your 4 years in presidents include you funding HBCUs, then you really have not had a good presidency, have you?
Well, that's like my main reasons why I support Trump. What I just stated there.
HBCUs?
No. Like before, like the ones that.
So you don't support Trump now, is what I'm hearing.
No.
Yeah, can you back? Like, I know this is a conversation and all, but like, obviously,
you're gonna have to back up your points, bro.
Right? Some debates usually have class.
No. I came into this debate.
You're thinking. I'm sorry. I came into this debate ready to debate the wall. You weren't prepared for that. I moved on to topics that I barely have any sort of understanding of. I don't have a Google Docs for this. I've done minimal research, purely what I know. When I back a candidate, when I support a candidate, I make sure to understand everything about that candidate. You could not justifiably tell me that you have 1, 2, 3 Trump posters, a Trump shirt, and you haven't done basic research in order to substantiate the basic claims that I've made against his presidency. You have spent how much have you spent on Trump merch?
I don't know.
The fact that you don't know, we'll estimate up more than $200, right?
That was $5. This was $5.
Okay, regardless, you spent some of your money to support a president, yet you can't uphold basic claims. Either one, you're being stubborn and you can't actually defend the claims. Either one, you're being stubborn and you know that you can't defend these claims. 2, you haven't done enough research into your subject. Or 3, and this is what I think it is, it's just indefensible.
All right. So I came into the debate, right, thinking that it was going to be like my other debates. My other debates, right, they were basic. They were not this intense. This is intense.
This isn't intense, bro.
No, it's intense. On my part, it's fucking intense. You're smart. You're really good at debating. I just wrote down basic shit. You know, when I have debates, we just talk about it, right? We go, tax cuts, why they're bad. Okay, I respond to you. I mean, they don't usually, like, average, like, 120 words per minute, right?
I'm literally texting Sarah as I'm talking to you, bro. Like I'm not like actually trying.
Patty, here's the thing. So MJ has like again, I've been saying this, and I understand you've had conversations with people, but when like you're going into debates, like if you ever do professional or if you just do casual debates, there's contentions on both sides. You provided your contentions, and he's provided his refutations, and what has happened is you basically just gone to the next. Now that's absolutely fine if you want to do that, but what I would suggest is if you have any refutations to what MJ has said, that would help your case in supporting your platform.
Sorry.
I understand maybe you just don't feel like you want to care about the wall anymore, or specifically Trump or whatever. But if you have this Trump merch and and you have a platform based off of your support of Trump, maybe you should give refutations. This isn't hostile, and even though MJ is scary, he's not that mean.
I'm actually a nice guy, but Patty here.
But we want
how many followers do you have?
I don't know, like 7,800.
Jesus. So you have 7,800 followers built around.
Be right back, guys. I gotta take a piss.
I hate this. Built around the idea Trump is a good president, and you are unable to substantiate your claims to one person.
All right, I'll do more research. Right.
Counter my points, bro. Either counter my points.
Counter your points.
Either counter my points or admit that Trump is not a good president. That's the only two things that you can do in this point. Like you can't say I'll do more research because I provided you research. You should have done your research by now. You're a little late to the assignment, and I'm the professor now. I'm gonna count you for the late grade. Okay? So come on, man.
All right. I said what I believed. And listen, I know now I need to do a lot more research on my basis stuff. I would look up whatever, tax cuts, history of tax cuts, and I'd write the shit down. Right? Nothing that I have researched has prepared me for this. I will go deeper into my research. Maybe I will eventually not support Trump. Nothing's impossible, right?
Hopefully before this election elects him for another 4 more years.
So you are admitting on stream that you might take the Biden pill.
No, not the Biden pill. Before
that boy just got MJ pill.
Even before the
look at you, cracker! Look at you!
Even before this debate, right? Trump has I have disagreed with him on more things that I ever thought I would when I started, getting into politics, right? Because I look into the stuff he does. He's an asshole, right? I'll give you that.
He's an asshole, an idiot, a proto-fascist.
He needs to log off the Twitter, do his job, whatever, right?
Oh, you reminded me. Do you think Trump should go to jail?
For what?
For everything.
Everything.
Yes.
What do you
Honestly, if it was my opinion, Trump would go to jail for tax evasion, first of all, because he's unwilling to release his audited records. There's obviously something hidden there. Right after he finishes serving jail for that, I want him to serve jail for treason, for violating the American Constitution. And then after he's done with serving jail for treason, right? I want him to right after that serve jail for 200,000 counts of negligent homicide for every single person he has killed with his lackluster response for COVID.
Well, how he responded for COVID, right? Everybody was saying that if he were to shut down the border, he'd be xenophobic, right? Even Nancy Pelosi, Biden, whatever.
Yes.
And he didn't care. He shut down the border. He let them call them xenophobic. Now they're happy he did that, right? They've just kind of switched around.
No.
He's listened to Dr. Fauci.
No, listen. If you think that's listening to Dr. Fauci, then you haven't listened to a doctor in your life, bro. Dr. Fauci has been talking multiple times. We need a national mask mandate. We need to quarantine. We need to produce more masks. We need to provide states with more funding so that they can actually have PPP, which is personal protection. We need to provide more funding for hospitals. We need to do this. We need to do that. Trump has done none. There's no national mask mandate. There's literally nothing. Like this idea that like Trump did this, Trump did that, Trump did that. He didn't even do the bare fucking minimum, bro. He deserves to serve for 200,000 counts of manslaughter. Do you know how many people died in Afghanistan and Iraq combined?
How many?
8,000 people since 2000. That's how many people died. You know how many people Trump has killed? 200,000.
Right. Trump has not opposed.
Whoa, MJ, are you talking American soldiers?
Yeah, American soldiers.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, we go.
I'm talking about American.
Bro. Wait, so are you attributing? All right, fine. Let me just. Are you contributing? Like, are you attributing? Like, how can you like? What is it? Specific lack of policy, specifically.
What was that?
Like lack of policy, MJ? Are you saying why?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Either Trump doesn't know how to sign his own name on an executive order, right? Or, and this is more likely, he's too busy golfing to actually give a shit about the average American, to give a shit about the 200,000 lives that are missing. Patty, I want you, as a Trump supporter, to say into the mic right now that you do not give a shit about 200,000 American lives.
Of course I give a shit about 200,000 American lives. And so does Trump. To say that he does not care about 200,000 Americans, to say that he does not care. He gave up his billionaire lifestyle to serve for the people, right? He got elected, right? And he served for them. He gave up his lifestyle, his luxury, his billionaire hotels, his suites. He put all his money into a no-touch trust fund, whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay.
He cares about the people. It would be ignorant and stupid of anybody to say that he doesn't care about them.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the people. First of all, he didn't give away shit, bro. He just put it on a little. He put it for 4 years away in this little safe, and then once he comes back, he's not only going to be able to access his billionaire lifestyle again. His money's probably going to have went up by then. But what does he gain in the meantime? Popularity, trend, center of attention. The three things that Trump has been literally begging for since the inception of time. Trump has always wanted to be the center of attention. This is what he wants. So let's also talk about this, right? To say that, because he gives a shit about all American lives, he doesn't give a shit about 200,000. His blatant neglect of them means he doesn't give a shit. Do you believe that Hillary Clinton doesn't give a shit about the lives that were lost in Benghazi?
Of course, she probably gives a shit, right? But it was a huge mistake, and it was an awful mistake. Benghazi.
Trump was a huge mistake, an awful mistake, and whenever he's asked about it, he denies it, says that he did the right thing, says that it wasn't right. At least, any qualms you have about Hillary Clinton, at least she was able to admit that.
MJ, can I rattle? Go ahead, Pat.
I need to go back because you said for popularity. If anything, he's become less popular. Everybody liked Trump before he ran for president. For popularity, are you kidding me? More than half of America fucking hates him.
Do you know that like Trump was one of the main people that used to coin the term and used to use the term that any publicity is good publicity? That's what Trump's position on publicity is, and that's what he got. And by the way, this idea that most Americans hate him. First of all, most Americans are stupid. Most Americans look like you, and they have their rooms decorated like you are. Yet they can't substantiate their claims with regards to Trump, right? Most Americans have the IQ of a fucking room temperature. They have the IQ of genuine dumbasses, right? And then they went to the voting ballot with their 32 IQ, with their room fucking temperature IQ.
Okay, wait a second. Can I get the kid having a stroke off my screen, please? Thank you.
I'm going to say, after they finish all this, right? I'm going to say check on the ballot box for Trump.
All right. So, publicity. So you think his 4 years, like, alive, they were not guaranteed, right? He was obese, I think. I think he was considered obese. I personally didn't think he would make it 4 years when he ran. He was old.
You can't talk shit about Biden then.
He wasn't healthy.
So you can't talk shit about Biden.
What do you mean?
A lot of people try to talk shit about Biden, right?
How so? They say he's old? Well,
Yes.
there's a difference between old and senile, right?
Well, Biden's had 3 independent reports by doctors that have cleared him. Trump has only had 1, and that was done by a government official. So if you really want to talk about senility, I mean, Trump is
senility.
less likely.
Okay. Away from back to what I was saying, right? What was I saying? Oh, his 4 years were not guaranteed. You think he was doing this for publicity?
100%.
And how do you think he planned on that working out?
Because he's been faking runs towards the presidency since the 1980s. Trump has hinted at running for the presidency multiple times. This idea that this is something new is not true. This idea that he came out of nowhere in order to help the American people is not true. This motherfucker almost ran in 1986, or one of the 1980s days as a fucking Democrat, bro. Like, he is the biggest party switcher. It's insane.
All right. So you think he just wanted attention?
I don't think I know.
Didn't care about the American people at all?
Huh?
If he didn't care about the American people at all, don't you think he wouldn't sign any significant bills? Don't you think he'd just like sign whatever came to his table just because, yeah, whatever, it'll give me great publicity? He's declined.
Isn't that exactly what he's doing, bro?
What do you mean? What is he declining?
What bill has he signed?
Don't you think if he were to run as a Democrat, like 2016, he would have had
He ran in the 2000s as a Democrat, or at least he was hinting at it.
2016.
2000s.
The most liberal time that he's ever tried to run. Don't you think he would have had a better
liberal
chance?
My ass, bro. The liberals had fucking the liberals had Hillary Clinton as their person. Hillary Clinton.
Exactly. If Trump were to run as a Democrat, he would have had
no fucking liberal likes Hillary Clinton. What are you talking about? The most liberal time.
You had Bernie Sanders in the primaries, who almost beat Hillary Clinton.
He didn't win.
Yeah.
What's your premise?
My premise is that if he were to run as a Democrat, he wouldn't have the media fucking bashing him. He would have the media on his side, and he would have the Democratic vote, which is. He would have won the swing states.
Patty. If he ran as a Democrat
in 2016,
putting good policies in place, that's why the media wouldn't bash him, because he wouldn't be ignoring basic doctors, right? He wouldn't be ignoring the judicial experts. He wouldn't be ignoring fucking climate change and calling it a Chinese hoax, right? That wouldn't be the Democratic position on this. That's why he couldn't run as a Democrat in 2000, because people fucking hated him, right?
Whatever you say. All right. So personally, I think that if he were to do this for publicity, I think he would have stayed with the Democratic Party to have the media on his side, do whatever his campaign officials told him to do.
See, the funny thing is that I actually don't like the current. Democratic Party. But I'll be honest. If we're gonna say that the Republicans are room temperature IQ, at least the Democrats are at least double that. They're at least at 70, maybe 80 IQ. That's why Trump couldn't run, because no sane Democrat would run. Trump tried to run in the 2000s as a Democrat. He tried to run in the 1980s as a Democrat. He tried to run in the 1990s as a Democrat. He failed all 3 times. He decided, fuck it, go. We're going to go to Republicans.
That just magically didn't happen. In the 2000s, in the 1980s, he wasn't on stage getting publicity, like you said. Any publicity is good publicity. Calling people names, right? He had a fucking war with Marco Rubio on that stage. They might as well have been throwing fucking grenades at each other. What do you mean
no publicity? Bro, he went on multiple fucking nightly shows.
No, he wasn't on the debate stage, right? He wasn't calling people names. He wasn't calling people out. He wasn't calling people idiots.
Wait, just to clarify, so this conversation, this discourse is if Trump cares if people died, I guess? Like, is that the reason, like, if he actually cared if he ran? Because this is kind of like a weird length of, like,
I don't understand why we're debating this in the first place. I think this is just somebody trying to move on from the fact that they can't actually debate.
No, but MJ, listen, it's a conversation. Like, it was just you rattling off points. At least we're having a conversation here. So is it just, like, Patty, why do you think this matters if Trump cared or cared not of running? Like, why?
Because MJ said that he doesn't care about the American people, which I think is totally false.
He doesn't care about the 200,000 that he killed with his own inaction. Yes, 100%. If he truly cared, Patty, he would have implemented a mask mandate after. If he truly cared, Patty, he would have implemented quarantine.
He believes the mask mandate is unconstitutional.
Okay. Where in the Constitution does it not allow us?
He believes it's unconstitutional.
We have 10 bills. We have 10 amendments. Where in the Constitution does it say it's unconstitutional?
Ask Trump. He believes it's unconstitutional.
I don't give a shit about what his belief is. Then he's trying to justify his inability to actually care for these people just because he's trying to do that. It doesn't matter because guess what? It's not unconstitutional. It's so obviously not unconstitutional. Literally anybody who I could ask my 8th grade brother, and he's probably went through social studies maybe once. Maybe he's read the Constitution once, right? Hell, I could ask my grandpa. My grandpa doesn't even read English. He doesn't even read, period, right? Let me just ask him. He could probably tell me that it wasn't unconstitutional because guess what? It doesn't state in the Constitution so. All it is Trump coping. It is Trump coping with 200,000 deaths that he caused.
I don't believe he caused those deaths. There was an interview with Dr. Fauci, and almost every single question that the reporter, whatever, the guy with the microphone asked him, Dr. Fauci said, I was with President Trump on that, and President Trump has saved lives by doing that. The China travel ban, the Europe travel ban.
Yes.
Everything he did. Yes. If he didn't care, he wouldn't have done any of those things while the Democrats and the media were calling him xenophobic. If he didn't care, he would be going with the media saying, I don't want to be a xenophobe.
Okay, so
I'm going to go with the media, and I'm not going to do a travel ban.
First of all. Okay, so first of all, Fauci, you're right about that interview, but you forgot the key part near the end where he said, can we do anything more? And Fauci said there's a lot more that we can do that President Trump needs to implement immediately. He talked about the national mask mandate, and he talked about COVID restrictions, and he talked about et cetera. Like there's so many different things. What Trump did was the bare minimum. And guess what? Do you notice that they're all bans? Immigration bans, immigration restrictions. It's almost like he's trying to use a national tragedy to push his anti-immigration agenda. Is it not? Why ban? No. Realistically, why ban travel from China, for example?
Because the virus started in China, and he knows the virus is.
Okay. Why ban it completely?
So the virus doesn't get over here.
Why not restrict it? The virus still came, buddy. The virus still came.
No shit, the virus came. So
yeah, no shit. Tell that to
the virus started in China.
Tell that to 200,000 Americans.
MJ.
Not to mention the death counts are inflated, right?
What?
If I have COVID-19, I walk out of this room, get on a motorcycle, get fucking rammed by a Ford F-150 on that street right there. It's counted as a COVID death.
All right.
Which is absolute bullshit.
Wait, John, I know you're going to interrupt, but I just need my 5 minutes to rant.
I know what you're going to say, bro. Go ahead.
Unmute. Mute. You are quite possibly the dumbest motherfucker I have ever debated or had the chance of debating in my lifetime. And remember, I have debated 13-year-olds. Fuck, bro, I have debated literal white supremacists before, and they're not as stupid as you are. They at least understand something about science, theory, economics, philosophy, social understanding, policy, etc. You genuinely either get your news from articles, Fox News, or some bullshit like that.
Okay.
So let's actually get into your point, right? The COVID-19 death that you're talking about, you were talking about the way that the CDC counts deaths. The way that the CDC counts deaths is if you have an underlying condition and COVID-19 could have contributed to your death, they will count that as a death. You're talking about stuff such as coughs, flus, like, for example, you're talking like heart disease, etc. These are things that COVID can make worse. You're not talking about a Ford F-150 unless you or your loved one knows somebody who's diagnosed with F-150 disease. I don't think anybody's diagnosed with F-150 disease. These are diagnosable conditions. The list actually is very simple. The CDC outlines the list of what there can be: heart disease, colds, coughs, flus, etc. Those are the fucking things that you can do. God fucking damn. Genuinely, you are the reason why sometimes when I have to deal with the Republican hype house, and John knows this, one time I was on TikTok and I scrolled through some neocon position and I literally texted the group chat at 6 a.m. in the morning, mind you, that I was going to debunk every single point that was made by a Trump supporter. And so I have 6 Google Docs with 2 drives in order to debunk the stupidity that you have, and you somehow managed to piss me off and make me think that you are stupider than that.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
I'm literally
MJ.
autistic, and you're actually autistic.
All right. So, sorry, he's a little passionate about several of these subjects. So just as a moderator, just saying objectively, the overinflating thing, there's a couple points on like, some experts believe that this is actually underinflated, the COVID deaths and COVID cases when it comes to like spread, but whatever, it doesn't even matter at this point. I mean, I would be LARPing right now and giving you points if I could. But and listen, I understand MJ called you dumb, but don't just I would. Do you have anything else you want? Like, because again, at this point, it's just the Biden pill, or something else, or the Jorgensen pill, or whatever.
Jorgensen. He supports Jorgensen.
No. You
support Jorgensen.
I support Jorgensen. I don't support Jorgensen.
Okay, so then I don't know where you could go because I mean, do you have anything else besides like the contentions? Like, if you if I float this debate as like someone who would be a judge, it would be like him. Okay, I don't want to be an asshole, and I'm sorry that I'm trying to be. Obviously, I'm trying to be supportive here because we're having a conversation in the end. But when you flow like a debate, like you usually go over all the contentions, and there was no refutation on the other side. So there was clash in some part of the debate. Also, I guess we can rattle off Trump points. If MJ wants to respond, that's fine. We could rattle off a couple of points like China, if you can explain, like, I guess, blame, like, why is the blame on Trump rather than China? Or why is several different, different points if we want to go there, or if we can just make this a Biden pilling session because I probably know all the talking points as well. But in the end, listen, when we're talking, especially because MJ, maybe you didn't know who MJ was. MJ is he's a pretty experienced debater, and he knows his stuff, and obviously come more prepared next time. But we can still just keep talking about whatever you think. I don't know why you think that Verbum is just a hostile platform.
Wait, Verbum.
Yeah.
I apologize for insulting you, but I still stand by my statement unless you change from Trump. I apologize for insulting you. Oh yeah, by the way, everybody's asking me. Yeah, I am autistic. Anyways, I apologize for insulting you, but I stand by my statements unless you give me a refutation to Trump or you just say that you don't support him. It's really not that hard, bro. You can post some Biden videos. We can hop on it. Here, I'll give you my phone number after this. We can call and I can change you and I can make you better. We can make you smart now.
All right. I'm not going to get up here and I'm not going to say that I support Biden. No.
Not yet.
Can you say you're considering it?
No, not yet.
Fucking bro, then you're just stubborn. Like, okay. Like, what else do I have to do? Okay, can you say you're considering voting third party?
I'm not allowed to vote. I'm fucking 14.
Can you say that you're considering supporting third party?
Not many third party candidates I would support.
Joe Jorgensen.
I don't know. She's kind of like really far libertarian.
Okay, 1 sec. Don't end the stream. I need to go get something.
Well, we're gonna just chill. I think Sarah and a couple people want to join, but we want to end the debate first. But
okay, Patty, we good now? Can you give me a contention?
A contention?
Any argument, man. I'm like, oh my god, I'm grasping.
No, I said why Trump cares about the American people. I think the blame should be more on China than Trump, if anything.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. It should be on Trump very simply, right? It should be on Trump because of one thing and one thing only, right? Trump's a dumbass and he didn't contain it, right? Sure, China, sure. The blame's on China for starting the virus, even if, well, realistically, we can't even blame China. Why? Why does Trump have to allow it to happen in the U.S.?
China was covering up their numbers, right? They were saying that it's
Trump is trying to cover them up in the U.S. right now by moving from CDC to HHS data.
So China was like, they were saying that it's not able to spread through air. It's not contagious. So Trump didn't prepare for a worldwide pandemic, right?
What?
I said, China said it wasn't contagious, so Trump wasn't preparing for a worldwide pandemic.
But
of course,
the WHO countered that claim, saying that it probably is.
So if Trump were to look back now, right, he would definitely, absolutely go 100%. China ban earlier, Europe ban earlier,
Okay.
lockdown earlier, encourage masks.
Did you hear the Lincoln tapes, by the way, perchance?
The Lincoln tapes?
They're tapes of Trump, right?
The Lincoln Project.
The Lincoln Project
tapes, right? They're tapes of Trump admitting that he knew that the virus was contagious, knew that he had 5% death rate, knew that it was going to be scary, and did nothing about it. This means he knew what he was doing.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
I did not know that. I have to.
All right. So just to reference what he's saying, there was a specific one of the Watergate reporters had interviews with Trump February around March, pre-COVID, talking about specifically, I guess he knew about certain like the dangers of coronavirus at that time. This is like
he knew about the dangers. Let me get this straight. The dangers of coronavirus.
Yeah, you can look it up. It's on the Lincoln Project.
When China was saying that it wasn't contagious at all, he knew that it was contagious and had a 5% death rate. How do you know that?
Oh no! What I'm just saying, there was specific like in February pre-lockdown when there was like what MJ is saying is that he downplayed it. This is saying pre-lockdown. This isn't even China phase. Like, there was knowledge from the Trump administration, and there's a New York Times piece if you want to read it. This is just if you want to research more in Trump's accountability. There's a New York Times piece of the timeline, and then there's another. There's the tapes that the Lincoln Project released. I think someone said the word Bob Woodward. Thank you, chat. Yeah. So if you want to look at those things for further research on Trump's, I guess, accountability, that's all I had to say. Sorry.
So back to the 200,000. So Trump knew about how bad it was, didn't implement shit, and let 200,000 people die because he didn't want to. I don't know the metrics behind that. I don't know how we can say that we can support a president. I think if you're truly patriotic, you would care about the 200,000 lives. No.
All right. I had no idea about those Lincoln Project tapes. I'll definitely go listen to them. They are like legit though, right? That's
100%. You can hear Trump's voice in it 100%.
That does not sound. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's like eye-opening. All right.
Anyways, man, how old are you again?
14.
You're fine. Like, you're gonna get better.
Yeah. I know.
Thank God this is just a phase. I'm so lucky. I'm so happy that we caught it early. We can just get rid of that. We can just fix this. You can support Biden. We can make you a Biden pill. It's just going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
He said it. He said maybe. That's all I needed. I can take a maybe. I'll take a maybe.
Okay. If you want to go into some sort of a closing statement, and then we're just gonna chill.
Who, me?
Yeah, if you want to just talk about your experience on here, or just how you feel about it, and then we're just gonna chill out. I'm
gonna leave when I make my closing statement because I plan on studying. I plan on this only.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, man, awesome.
Just talk about how. Yeah, go ahead.
Closing statement. Those Lincoln tapes, I'm going to have to listen to those. I learned quite a bit, let's say. I'm going to do more research on the wall, all that good stuff. What else did we debate about? Foreign policy. Went through everything. All right. So I'm going to research more on all that stuff and research more on Trump. So yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, man.
And I've been holding in a piss for about 45 minutes.
Oh, same here. Oh my God.
All right, see ya.
All right, thank you, Patty.
See ya.
All right.
Just kick him out.
Yeah, sure. All right, Ben, where's Sophia? She was just here. That was
Sophia,
maybe one of the most entertaining debates I've ever seen.
Should we remove him from the stream or? There we go.
Good.
I'm trying to get the StreamYard to Sarah. She wants to join and say something, and then we'll just end the stream.
Sarah?
Eric, we can't hear you.
Sarah, yeah, Sarah's been bugging me.
Which Sarah?
Your wife.
You can't. We can't hear you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, wait.
Eric's
I
gonna
don't
rejoin
have.
1 sec.
I'm trying to get the StreamYard code. Is anyone here? Oh, there's still 83 people.
Yeah.
Bro, oh my god, people from my school texted me.
Wait, did they see it?
Bro, this man said, wait, I don't want to show his name. Like, he said you fucked him up. Jesus, this motherfucker went to he went to junior high with me, right?
Did you post it on your Snap? Here, wait, Ben, can you send me the StreamYard code on text? My computer's not working.
Yeah.
Bro, if I hear,
got it.
oh my god, let me guess. Now it's just gonna be. This is what happened when I debated those people on UBI. I like beat them, and then now you're just gonna hear so many debate requests come at me, and I just won't have time. But I'll debate.
Did you get a debate request after UBI?
Hey, I want to debate you.
Debate Cam. That would be a debate, bro.
He didn't.
Bro, this man low-key reminded me of how old is MJ? MJ is 17. Why did I refer to myself in the third person? Bro, this man.
MJ. How old is MJ? Is 17. Currently residing in Houston, right?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Yeah.
Do I just drop the StreamYard?
I agree. Not the best other guys. Come on. Who's
Okay, I'm not gonna go from the stream because I actually want to be here when the others.
Yeah, go take a piss.
No, I'm gonna go pop an Advil.
All right, so I guess we're doing a Q&A.
Q&A. Here we go.
Sabrina, I'm getting you the code right now, so we can end the debate with the purr.
Oh,
Andy, what do you think about the debate?
What my thoughts on the debate is that MJ butt fucked him real hard. Real hard.
Yo, Ben, next debate for you.
Okay, so this is Patty, right? Right? This is MJ.
Bruh, all right. Goodbye.
Nice.
All right.
Hey, mamas.
I'm just mad because I called
You can
out.
unmute yourself now, Eric.
Is he muted?
Hello?
Hey!
Hey,
That
mama.
shit was ass. That shit was horrible. I hated every second of that. That was the worst thing I've
just mad
ever seen in
because
my entire
I
life.
called him out for a debate and he didn't accept it.
Yeah, that was fine. Funny.
Avid, the kid is 14.
Nah,
Bruh,
bro.
I'm not.
I
It's
can
not
see
like
with
I'm
my
literally
peripheral
just.
vision.
All right, y'all are just bugging, bruh.
So,
Is that John? Hey, John.
Yeah, what's up?
thank you, bro.
Oh, that
No,
John.
not you, John.
Hey, mom.
That John.
Other John.
The other
Oh,
John.
well,
Is that the manager?
no.
Bro,
Nick is
bro.
manager.
No. Bro, who's the guy who shaved what's his name?
Questions.
That's Nick.
Eric, who shaved your head?
That was Nick.
God damn.
Oh.
That's his manager.
John, do I add the person backstage?
No, don't yet.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let
Just
them in.
tell that guy to search Bob Woodward, not Lincoln tapes. The right thing won't show up, and you'll think you're lying.
Yeah, no. I told him Bob Woodward.
3 Advils ready to
On the
go.
Lincoln Project. Kai. Bruh. Oh, this guy is still here, bruh. Is this, bro? You literally folded against Hampton, bro. Sorry, against Venja. Y'all got. Wow, that was a bad.
Kai isn't a fascist. He opposes ethno-nationalism and supports free speech.
All right, here's Sarah.
Hey, mamas.
Hey, mamas.
Hey, cuties.
Hey, Sarah.
Shut
Hello.
the fuck up.
Oh, this is gonna be a date. Okay. Oh, we're like,
Shut the fuck up.
I know we can all go backstage.
yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait. Why is everyone gone now?
They're so evil.
How
I
can
mean,
I
I'm
do
not mad.
live chat? I can't. Wait.
Go to comments.
Oh, hi guys. Sorry, I'm streaming. This is the first time I've ever been on.
What did you do?
This is
Sarah.
the first time I've ever been on StreamYard on my iPad. So, this is very strange. Hold on. Let me see this chat. Hi guys.
I'm not pressed. Just gotta point out the obvious about what date night. Who keeps on shit?
It's okay. MJ will come to New York soon, and
I
then
am.
we can have something a little more legit.
I'm applying to some colleges up there, so we'll see.
We'll see about that.
We will see about that.
Oh, who's
What's
this?
this man?
Eric!
What's tight, huh?
Yo, this man Eric popped into my live on TikTok the other day and was like, and told me that he watches my videos.
I do watch
That was a hype moment.
Motherfucker,
Bro.
Eric.
MJ,
Eric is such a G, bro.
MJ, that was the worst thing I think.
I saw you, bro. When he said this man's spazzing, kick him off.
I was so tight. I hate that cracker so much. Even though he's 14, I'm sorry. I'll beat him to death. I don't care. I'll do it. I said
Eric,
that
you
on
look
live.
cute today.
Can we ban Charlene Ame?
Why is he gone?
This motherfucker said,
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Andy.
Hello,
Hey.
Andy.
Y'all want to see my ass?
Yes.
Yes.
Why did he leave?
I want Eric back, bro.
Okay, so what I don't understand is how this shit just keeps removing me. Somebody explain how this just keeps.
There's the whole
This man has a whole ass microphone
host,
set
yo?
up, and we still can't.
Who's the
hear
host?
Hey, mamas.
Is the host you, Johnny? Johnny. All right, bro. Because like I was about to say, like, who's kicking?
No,
me?
bro, no. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna leave. This guy's spazzing." I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna let this keep going," and then we removed you. And then anytime, bro, Andy's about to say something,
I didn't catch the last part of the debate.
That's just crazy, bro.
Okay, I'm never jealous.
Shit is wild, bro.
I didn't catch the last part of the debate. What happened in it?
Oh, it's horrible. It was the worst.
I
thing I've ever seen.
started apologizing.
You shouldn't have. You were going crazy,
For
bro.
what?
You were like,
For being right?
vanilla gorilla.
I know the woman with the name Sarah didn't call me white. That is the whitest
I
name.
said right. I said apologizing for what? Being right. I said right.
I'm so sorry.
What's up, Andy?
Bro,
What's up,
your
man?
name is literally. What's
Not
your full
much,
name
bro.
again? Recite your full name so I don't pronounce it wrong.
You know my
God,
full
bro.
name.
Me
I
and you,
can
bro. We
pronounce
were
it,
just
bro.
fucking.
Sami Ahmed Rama bin Majid Muhammad Didira.
Yeah, what he said.
What?
Yeah, pretty much.
What happened? Oh my god, bro. What's good? What happened? What happened?
Not MJ getting jealous.
I'm never jealous. I don't know what they're talking about.
Hey
What's
yo,
Sabrina?
too cool conservative. I will MJ and I will very happily 2v1 you.
Oh shit.
Wait, so that means
Where'd you go?
I feel like I'm being put up.
Yo,
for
John just got a DM from Charlie XCX, bruh.
Yo! Bro, let's go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's go!
Yo! Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
my God.
John!
Bro,
I don't know
that's
what they're
so
saying, but it's
fire.
hype.
John, let's go,
wait, who's
bro.
Charlie XTX? Wait, Pop, who's
go,
Charlie
man.
XTX?
Let's go. How you doing today? Bro.
I don't know who that is, but let's go.
What is going on?
Someone needs to tell me.
No, Too Cool Conservative is actually somewhat
Bro,
based.
I'm actually addicted to this.
Bro, no way, bro. John,
I'm actually
bro, I'm
addicted
so.
to
Charlie X.
I'm
Bro,
so-
Avid, shut the fuck
You
up.
don't know who Charlie SCX, bro?
I'm sorry.
Bruh.
I'm
Bugging.
literally addicted
Bugging.
to what is it
Addicted
called?
to the TV show that I recommended? Yes,
Yes,
I know. I've got good taste. I've got
Bugging.
really good
I
taste. I
literally-
know.
MJ, I literally left your debate to go watch it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm blocking you.
No, it was.
Yeah,
so,
alright.
literally-
All right, says this and then goes buys her like another Italian ice, bro.
I
Like,
blocked her with one.
I'm now informed on who Charlie XCX is.
MJ, can you recite? I haven't seen this yet. Can you recite your poem on the live
I
stream?
swear.
yeah.
My glasses are broken. My glasses are broken. I broke my glasses because of you.
All right, good. No, do it.
I don't
Do
know
it.
what poem she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about.
No. I want to hear it.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
it
talking
It
about.
hasn't been sent to me yet. I want to hear it.
I don't know what you're talking about. The only poem that I wrote was because I was depressed about something. My glasses
What
are
were you
broken
depressed
now.
about?
No, this live is just to get Jonah jealous. Just
MJ, off the dome poem.
I don't have off the dome poems.
You had an
Who's
off
Jonah?
the
I've never heard
dome
of Jonah.
opening statement.
That's different, okay? What me insulting Trump? There's a lot to work with.
her
Like, talk about-
violent music. MJ, say it.
That's
You
not
wrote
true.
the poem on live?
No. The poem that I wrote on live was a whole different poem.
Yeah,
There's not two poems. There's one.
Wait, you wrote it on live? It's so
That's not
cute.
true. That is not true. That is not
so
true.
cute.
That is not true. This is not true. This is not true.
keep coping.
I'm not coping.
This
This
is
is not true.
This is the most I've ever been simped for. This is very cute. I'm very happy.
Oh,
Okay,
Jonah
I gotta
got
leave,
mad
but MJ,
competition.
good luck, man.
What?
He said, "Good luck."
John, I'm gonna call. You know what? Nancers, Sabrina. Do you guys want John's number?
Oh,
You guys want John's personal number?
Yo,
Bro, who are these people, bro? Who's Pakiza? Who's
I
Sabrina?
hate how this
Hey. Hey, mamas.
Eric's coming back.
Bro,
Yo,
if you say your
Eric.
mama again, I'm actually gonna leak your number.
So,
Hey mama.
bro, it's right. It's not even my area
I've
code.
never actually said hey mamas like on a stream before. So if you guys, this is the first time I publicly said hey mamas.
She says
Sabrina,
that-
can you bark?
Yo, they're like freaking out right now, bro.
You did. I think John was the only one who heard what I said.
Fucking DM from Charlie too. Let's go.
Wait, no, wait, Eric, did you get a DM too? Eric, yo, Eric, did you get a DM too, bro?
Dude, my heart is beating out of my chest.
Let's go.
What the fuck?
Bro, can we not like show Eric because like his screen's black, bro? Eric, show your screen.
Dude. What?
No, he's using his phone as his camera, so he's like looking at the DM right now.
Hey, I'm helping Dane start an online night. Would you want to? Bro, I'm gonna pass out. She said it's
Bro, who the fuck is Charlie XCX?
Oh my god,
Bro.
Yes, of course. Yes.
MJ, you're not hip, bro.
X.
Oh my god.
Okay, she's a singer-songwriter.
Bro, Charlie, you got the whole set ready, bro. 2000.
Okay, what's so special about her?
Set ready, bro. Set already.
She's like
I'm about to
one of the more mainstream people in like hyperpop, like very mainstream.
She sang every single iconic song that I used to like listening to when I was 11.
Charlie SEX, yes, Laura.
Yeah, she's kind of a legend. I don't understand how you don't know her, MJ.
Yeah, facts.
I don't listen to
fucking-
American.
And Eric and fucking John Glassier just got a fucking DM from Charlie SEX, bro.
With what? What did they say?
I don't know. Eric's fucking freaking out right now, bro.
Oreo is very cute. Oreo is the cutest person.
Very yes.
That's crazy though.
Wait, who's Iggy? Bro, who the fuck are all these people?
What?
Who's Iggy Azalea?
Are you serious? MJ, are you serious?
Bro, I don't
MJ,
know who any of these motherfuckers are.
MJ, what do you listen to?
Azalea.
MJ, what do you listen to?
Who's Iggy?
Bro, I don't know. What the
MJ,
fuck? Iggy
Azalea.
MJ, what music do you listen to? Are you okay?
French music.
Oh my god, bro.
I mean, even still,
I'm
I
expecting
listen
this
to
poem
French
to be
music and
dope
British
as
rap.
hell.
That's pretty much it.
what the
Just based off of the music you listen to, if this poem doesn't slap, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's in French. And wait, there's no poem
Is
in the
it
first
French?
place. Of course it's in French. I write everything in French. What do you mean? But that
Gem two.
poem isn't a Oh My Days. It's not about that. It's I only have one poem. John.
What?
help me. John,
What?
step in.
What? I got you.
Just no, not with the song.
They're still freaking out right now.
Yeah, wait, hold on. 1 second.
If you dead ass do the song, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna
Oh
kill you.
no.
No ad. Okay, wait. I'm gonna just let y'all
This is
vibe
like-
for a second.
This entire stream is just your friend's setting us up, MJ.
I'm gonna kill him after
This
this.
is why I was sent to. Was it just for this? It was just for this.
I did not mean you. I did not tell you.
I ran out of ideas. Sabrina,
Yeah,
do you wanna
yeah.
part-
See. They said themselves. The poem on live wasn't in French. There's only one. Fuck. I just realized that.
What?
With one eye open. Charlin ami. Isn't that French?
I don't know. I don't speak French.
And
Eric. All right, Eric's coming back.
Bro, you know my. Did I tell you my
Eric,
brother's fluent?
Eric,
in
put on the headphones, bro.
Yeah,
gotta
you
put
told
on.
me.
Eric. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna highlight Eric real quick.
Damn, look at his messy ass room.
Yo, based. Where can I? Okay. This 56
MJ, read the poem. Bro, I'm not reading any poem. I don't read poems.
MJ is on.
Let me hear that poem, bro. I want to hear it spoken
There's
out
no
loud.
poem. I don't know what people are talking about. There's
Wait,
no
why am I not? Why is the solo?
Sing
still
any Aya Nakamura. Aya Nakamura? Is that? I think I know who that is. Wait, 1 sec. She's Malian though. No, ew.
Bruh, what?
She's not a good singer. I don't like her.
Who? What?
They're saying "Sing I Am Nakamura." There's only one song in French that I know 100%, and I'll sing.
Dame.
That's not French. Isn't that like Chinese 1 to 3?
I'm not wearing pants right now.
Bruh. Okay. Bruh. Okay. Eric is Eric. Andy has to be with Eric, and I'm the mod. That's it.
Okay, ready? This is my favorite French song.
Don't care. Didn't ask. Plus, you're white.
Okay, whatever poem that was or wasn't happening, it's not happening again.
This cat, Sarah, like.
Papa, venu défendre l'Italie, de Pescara de Napoli.
Alright.
I know you're not shaking your head to this.
This is mad cringe right now, bro. I don't even understand what you're saying. Can we have an English translation, please?
Okay. Oh, le festin. Le festin, c'est parfait. Wait.
Am I supposed to understand this?
All right, is Eric coming back? Because I want to hear what happened, and then I'll end the stream.
I gotta do my homework.
I'm enjoying this.
Like,
I was supposed
he's
to do
gonna
my
come
homework on
back.
the
He's just
train,
gonna.
but
He's
then
like
I
freaking out
started
right now.
watching Designated Survivor.
Bro, this cat Sarah be like crying that she isn't loved, and then MJ literally writes like a whole essay for her.
That is taken out of context.
I've not written
MJ, bro, it says MJ is MJ is serenading Sarah.
Bro, this is just music I like listening to, bro. Y'all will make any.
That's kind of facts, bro. MJ's just a simp. You know, if you move on the letter,
Okay, and
MJ Zadira.
You really want to try this game?
all right.
It's
Yeah,
Sarah
all right.
Maud, bro. Like,
Go ahead.
Bro, at least my name can be pronounced, bro. Chill.
you have a white name. Sabrina, why are you?
Bro, it's gonna be significantly easier for me to find a job than you. Okay, come on.
Okay, so we're just going with racism now,
having
huh?
a white name.
So we're just going with racism now, huh? So we completely skipped any sort of simping, any nothing. We just went straight racism.
It was good.
Eric,
yeah,
we have to.
yeah.
We gotta know what happened.
Okay, so check my Instagram, right? I'm scrolling through my shit and I see Charlie XCX 3 messages. And I was like, in my chair, right? and I peep it, and she wants me to play an online show for one of her artists.
Let's go.
Kind of a W, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a dub right there, bro.
Kind of a W.
That's cool.
MJ, you speak French. Yes, I speak French. Oh, actually, speaking about poetry, this isn't mine, right? But there's this incredible poem by Victor Hugo, right? I suck my dick. Oh, I thought I was muted again.
Bro, this man Eric has like a whole microphone setup, but nobody can hear him when he talks. Why is your audio so low, bro?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Just turn up the fucking gain on your
Hold
interface.
up. I'm about to turn up the game. Yo, all right. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds good. I gotta turn my shit up like halfway, bro.
Yeah, my shit's so halfway now.
Tu amoureux Sarah? Oui, j'ai
Hey,
amoureux
Sarah.
Un peu. C'est comme je veux.
Okay, so now that kid is gone, MJ, I'd like to bounce a couple ideas off you. Politically. Is that cool?
All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, so okay. Hello, Verbum. I'm not a politicalized person. My name's Eric J. Way. I make music and shit, but I'm about to pounce some stuff off of MJ. See what happens. So, all right, MJ. Number one, I'm gonna talk to you about crackers in America. Number one, do you believe that the black or mixed with black man in America is superior to the ice monkey?
Yes.
That was for MJ, not you, Sarah.
That's for you.
I think everyone here hates
Well,
crackers.
considering I am part of that ethnicity, I have to tend to side with the affirmative on this position.
So what would be the affirmative?
What does this mean?
That would be a yes. That's a yes, Eric.
Amoureux?
That's a yes.
Oui, bonjour, oui.
What does this mean?
Question, c'est oui.
Can you translate that for me?
No. J'ai dit oui.
Why?
Oh, I know.
So
someone
for Andy,
translate
I have a question for you, sir.
What's up?
Okay. So in a post cayenne pepper society, in a post cayenne pepper society, what the fuck does that mean?
There will be no more cayenne peppers. We've moved We've moved past the need for cayenne peppers. We now
We reached post scarcity.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, so this next one's for MJ. So a question for you, sir. If you were locked in a room with Nicholas videos, just wait. Nicholas videos. Let's say Kai and who's another cracker?
Vosh.
I can bring up. No, Vosh is like a good cracker. He's a decent cracker.
Okay.
I'm thinking like really horrible crackers.
Sarah.
Faith.
I'm joking. You know.
Fuck, who's a bad cracker, bro?
Faith is a bad cracker.
Honestly, at this point, John.
Okay.
John is a
Eric.
Yeah. What's up?
As a cracker myself,
Yes.
I do apologize for being white.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm gonna say you're locked in a room, Nick videos. The third cracker, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add the person you just debated. If you were in there by yourself, butt naked, no weapons, who do you feel that you could take out the fastest?
Butt naked?
You're butt naked, no weapons.
Yeah, Sarah. That's a question for you.
Wait, what? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't listening. What was the question?
If you were stuck in a room, Jesus Christ! If you were stuck in a room with Nicholas videos, Kai clips, and Patty politics, the guy that was just in here, and you were butt naked, which one do you think you could take out the fastest?
No weapons.
And I was,
No
but
weapons.
who I would kick out the fastest?
Like take out the fastest, like murder first.
Who I would murder first?
Yeah.
Probably
14-year-old, bro.
Okay, and
Wait. So it's Kai, Nick, and Patty.
Yep.
I would not kill Kai. I feel like I would feel so guilty, bro.
Yeah.
I would probably. My first instinct would probably be to go for Nick because I probably wouldn't recognize Patty because he just looks like every other white man.
Facts.
But yeah, I'd go for Nick
Okay,
instinctively.
Got you. So MJ, in a post Ice Monkey society, In a post-ice monkey society.
I'm scared of what this question's gonna be, bro.
Give me 1 second to contain myself. In a post-ice monkey society, do you believe that the world of economics, politics, and all other aspects of society would change?
I mean, I'd like to quote Plato here.
Okay.
Right? Or no, Aristotle, I think. Okay. Aristotle was quoted as saying, as man is by nature a political animal. So regardless of whatever we do, we will always be ingrained into political thought.
Oh, please shut up. Bro, society would be so much better off without white people.
Okay, better off doesn't mean no politics, bro. Like what?
Here's the thing. Here's why MJ's. Wait, Sarah. I'll tell you why MJ's stalling. The only reason.
Somebody said. Did you guys?
Hey, have y'all seen Wub's trick shot, bro?
Scroll.
Bro, listen. There's one reason why MJ's stalling is that John Maynard Keynes was a white man. So that's the only reason he's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Actually, John Maynard Keynes was black. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh,
no,
wow.
No, whoa. In the words of Alex Debates, he's probably white.
You can't make absolute metaphysical claims. He could have been black.
Wait, what is
it? He identified as such.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show y'all fucking Wub's trick shot, bro.
Okay.
Wait,
okay,
Sarah, check your.
Speaking of that, Sarah, the same question for you. Post ice monkeys.
Text me something?
Yes, bro.
I don't see it. It didn't send.
Wait, all right, wait. Do you want to keep the stream going? Because we could just talk in private. And
oh no, no, guaranteed. I need the 82 people to see this.
It's 51. All right, go ahead.
Oh, there's 51 now. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna pull up my manifesto. Give me 1 second.
Oh, beast. Wait, isn't that clouds or was it you?
Nah, that's my manifesto. I wrote that entire thing.
Sarah.
Here we go. Share screen real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, application window. All right, here we go. All right.
So,
see what's on my screen?
Half white. Should remove half of him. We might as well just remove the whole thing.
All right.
All out.
Can you all see my screen?
Can we get Jonah? Wait, can we get Jonah here to fight for Sarah's love?
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Yeah, do that actually. Do that actually. Hold up.
We probably should not.
Do that.
Nah, bro, I'm messing.
That'd be gas.
Jonah's a homie though.
Have Jonah and MJ fight to the death for an ABG. That'd be gas.
ABG.
You just called me an ABG. This is
Wait, who's ABG?
The Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That's Army. A B C D F G.
I don't know what her shit is. Who fucking? I literally do. Okay. I'm sorry, but when I found out she died, I didn't know who RBG, BBC, RGB was.
Wait, who's ABG?
Yo, Eric, BBC. Do you know what RBG looks like, bro?
No, I don't.
Like,
I don't even know who that is, bro. I don't know who Ruth Bader Ginsburg is. All I know, but hold on, Andy, hold on. All I know is that she made it legal to just kill babies, and I'm mad as fuck that she's dead. Listen. I'm mad as fuck that she's dead because listen, everybody born after 2002 doesn't count. I'm sorry, but like if I'm gonna be honest with you, we can have a discussion about this. I know that you guys debate like that whole topic about well, fucking abortion's wrong, no, but like I'll give you my aspect of it. Abortion is gas. That shit is fine because if you look at it through this aspect, right? Think about this.
Wait, Eric. All right,
what's up? What's good?
Go ahead. Go speak. Speak your truth.
All right. So basically, right? If you think about it in this sense, 2002, they are 18 years old now. I was born in 2002. I'm 18. You know, it's gas, right?
Wait, one sec, Eric. Somebody asked me. I'm 17, by the way, to anybody in the chat.
Yeah. All right. So peep this, right? Anybody born after 2003 just does not count. 2002, 2003 just doesn't count. Because if you think about it, they are wastes of human anatomy and just oxygen in general. Because what do you think that they're going to contribute to this society, this working society that we have? What do you think that they're going to contribute?
That's facts.
There is nothing on a job application that says, "Oh, can you fucking like renegade properly?" Like nobody gives a fuck about that shit, bruh. Like, if you think about it in this sense, all children are just horrible. Like they suck up your money. You have a baby, you're gonna get waken up by crying and shit. So what I'm saying is, I'm people are pro-life, pro-choice. I'm pro-abortion, bro. It's gas. It doesn't matter if that shit was just fertilized and it's like a little fucking eggy thing, whatever the fuck, or if it's an actual baby. Like I will rip that shit out of the uterus and dispose of it as necessary.
Wait. You need to search up mutton riding. It's this thing that we do down in Texas. We put babies on like toddlers, right? We put them in, on sheep, and we let them just try to stay on the sheep as long as possible without getting bucked off. And it's the funniest thing ever because you see children get trampled over by sheep.
There's this thing that we have inside of New York, and it's called hooking. Basically, you grab a you grab a hanger.
As New Yorker, I can confirm.
Eric, put it back in. I want to ask him a question about RBG. All right, Eric.
What's up?
From the name Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Mm.
Does she sound like a pog?
She sounds like a fucking baseball player, if I'm being honest with you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I feel like I'm disrespecting the dead. I'm so sorry.
Bro, what do you mean? Wait. Who said is that legal? Of course it's legal. Not only is it legal, bro. Houston has a whole ass rodeo.
Rodeo.
This man was smoking this Trump supporter. I can't even say rodeo, bro.
Okay. Well, first of all, English is my fifth language. Second of all,
also there's different pronunciations of rodeo.
Yeah, rodeo.
Rodeo.
In music, it's referred to as rodeo. Yeah.
No, it's like we have the Houston rodeo where we rent out where the Texans play, and we just do this. Oh my god, let me see if I can find a video of it. It's the funniest fucking thing.
So they just buck babies and toddlers.
Yeah, Sabrina,
that's very gas. We actually also do this thing inside of New York where we put a towel over a baby's head, and we get a gallon of water. We get a gallon of water and we pour it over the baby's head.
Breaking her arm.
No, we're not showing that. Sorry.
Okay. She doesn't break her arm.
John, you're a really nice guy because if I owned Verbum, I would be posting videos of domestic terrorism on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
I'm surprised you even let.
Alan is on edge with me, bro.
I have to say this. Wait. Listen. I, Sami Ahmed Ram Abdul Majid Mohammed Zadira, do not condone the actions made by Eric Doa.
I said the full government on stream. He said the full government.
John. That's all I'm giving.
I have a lot of subscribers on YouTube. Eric, can you come on my YouTube and just discuss your Ericist manifesto or whatever?
Oh, of course. I'll keep talking, bro. Please don't.
Hey, bro, whoa, why is Sarah stealing? Whoa, we hold on. Whoa, wasn't it on our platform and your hair is the reason it is?
I get 400 viewers per live. I want to have the
okay. Whoa, Eric, why is your head shaved right now?
Why is my head shaved right now?
And why is your head shaved?
I came on the Verbum live stream and shaved my head.
All right, but listen,
for the kids.
I'm a fellow New Yorker. You gotta do me a service, bro.
No, I will come on and talk about it. I will continue to talk about it.
You should have Eric mod Sarah, one of your debates, Sarah.
Bro, I can't do that shit again.
I can't do that. Eric on his existence. If you can make
you know what? Actually, matter of fact, if we could talk about this really quick, in my manifesto and my thoughts, I do not believe that Meredith is a real person.
Please.
There is no way for a person to be that normal and white and have thoughts. There's no way that there is a brain inside of that body. There's no way that there is a vessel that can speak at such a normal tone and speak about such normal things. She's never said anything weird in her entire life. She's never
no, you're sorry, Eric.
Super animated, it's like I'm watching Boku no Hero.
Bro, Eric, I'm sorry, bro. Meredith is saying some weird shit.
Can I get 3 horrible Meredith quotes really quick?
No, not on live. We're gonna end the stream.
Not on live.
Bro, we already went. Oh, well, Eric, you missed the stream with the Meredith question. That was so bad. Oh my god.
What was the Meredith question?
Teddy and Sophia basically debunked Meredith's existence.
Really?
Yep. But we privated it because she didn't want it on.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, we're gonna end because we're just gonna Sabrina, do you want to end by barking? No? Okay, we're gonna end. Wait.
Oh my god.
Bro,
All right.
we